Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I want to thank you all so much for your huge spike in comments. It is so great to hear from you guys and hear what you want to hear and what you like about the channel and the reads and the formats. It's fantastic. Thank you so much. And liking and subscribing, it's really elevating it. So if this resonates with you today, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, because it really helps just elevate everything so I can expand. And I appreciate it so much. And it just gets my vibrations up there and I get great new ideas for new reads. Like today, I'm doing another pick a card. You guys really seem to like that, and a lot of people do have a lot of questions on relationships, soulmate, twin flames, soul companions, all those things. So I was basing that because we're all sending out energies for these people, these friendships to arrive in our realm. So what we need to do is really focus. Number one, straight line, no monkey mind with bouncing around thoughts or letting any negativity sneak in there. The only thing we want to admit is the universe is extending its arm to send me exactly what I need, the person I need to help me, to balance me out, the yin to your yang, you know, the people that will look out to you, ride or die. And I had said on my live reads that I saw this most miraculous thing with a Harvard professor saying how they had started this study over 70 years ago with about 740 people, and it was all about what people thought made them happy. And in the end, during the study that never stopped, it ended up being that the people that found the suitable companion, or they felt attached to their community and their family, and they felt supported, they were the healthiest, the happiest, they had the most longevity in life. So it is really important. That is the most important thing to us, the relationships we allow and surround ourselves with. So my husband actually had this great idea, and so the question today that we're going to put out there, and you're going to make your choice on, is this Mr. and Mrs. Right or Mr. and Mrs. Wrong that is approaching us? Whether it's our crush, whether it's someone in our social circle who's ever approaching us and they feel you're on the verge of beginning something with them, we're going to ask ourselves the questions right now. Is this Mr. and Mrs. Right, or is this Mr. and Mrs. Wrong? Some people will always put their best foot forward and they will create this persona that is irresistible. It's beautifully packaged, all that. But inside, there might be some melting wax and some problems. So this is some things that we can observe. So what we're going to do is the first card pick right there, which is the blue calcite. That's your first. So I'm going to start with, that's number one. Number two is the marcasite dragon. And number three is the fluorites. So you can look at that and make your choice. And it's funny because this is love. I just made this, and I had this rose quartz that was multifaceted. So I'm like, I'm making this into a bracelet so I can wear rose quartz everywhere, because it catches the light and it literally throws rainbows all over the whole room. So I love this so much. I'm like, I'm going to wear this rose quartz. So if you have any rose quartz in your sphere too, and you're looking to attract love and emit love on a higher frequency, carry a little piece of rose quartz in your pocket. It is the stone of love. It's a stone of self-love and elevating love, and also emitting love. It's a fantastic stone, and especially if you get like these facets on it, you can be like, Wonder Woman, and bounce it off the walls. So okay, so just meditate on those for 1 second and make your choice. Because again too, when we put our focus out there for what we're looking for, we need to be specific. We don't allow everything to be so time framed, because that takes the oxygen out of it, because the universe is trying to do its work by providing you with your happiness and your perfect other without suffocating and going when. You know that watch kettle never boils thing. It is very true. You know, we send our wishes, our hopes, and our manifestations out there, then we just got to let it go, let it evaporate, and let it do its job. Okay, we may have some tarot cats that try to come join in because they love everything sparkly. And I have one cat, Winter. I swear she loves tarot cards. She wants to lay on them. She just is obsessed with them. And she likes that piece of pyrite right there. She tried to eat it yesterday, and it was too funny because I'm like, that would probably lodge in her throat and do some damage. So, okay, so we're going to begin here. And I want to do like, ooh, 4 of Wands. Yay. I like to storyboard these. I like to get 2 in a row so they sort of storyboard and make sense. Very nice. I hope that stays up. I'm going to use one of these to hold it up. Yeah, the 4 of Wands, that's, Wands are of action, and 4 is the celebration. You see everybody, they're in perfect harmony, they're in sync, and they're dancing around, they're celebrating. Wands are so, it's not, you're not watching from a distance. You're not living vicarious. You're completely celebrating. You're rejoicing. There's some kind of happy event, a birth of a child. There's something really good going on. Some graduation. Somebody's receiving some honors. You have freedom, you have choice because there's parties coming, there's babies, bridal showers, like Sabbath, fertility. There's just, and you feel free. You feel free to create. And it's like, yeah, you just feel light and musical and lighthearted. And I hope you dig my funky jazz in the background. I normally play this very melodic meditation stuff, but it can literally put you to sleep if you listen to it too long, because the megahertz are at that certain decibel, and you're like, oh, I feel sleepy. It literally like puts you in a trance, which is so funny. So yeah, enjoy these outings. And I feel like one of the best things you can do, and I'm going to remind everybody this is because this is when we lose details and we lose some of our experiences when we're trying to capture too much of it on devices. You know exactly what I'm saying, right? Let me tape this, let me film this, let me just check my emails while you're at things. You're missing chunks of the actual celebration and the participation. And I feel with this, the mood and the energy where you meet people, the people that are coming towards you, they're very well intentioned. So that is a case of a Mr. Right and a Mrs. Right, because when this sprouts up in a reading, it speaks towards rewards, especially after hard work, the harvest. And pentacles are linked to material wealth, so it's also the suit of manifestation. So I feel like you're manifesting correctly the energy you have out there. You're in celebrations, people are happy, you're almost euphoric, you're having a glass of wine, whatever you're doing, dancing, whatever brings that up, that you're vibrating higher. So you're emitting that energy that that was the 7 of Pentacles is doing that. That's the card of the harvest, and it's just you're calling good things towards you. And the keywords are reaping the fruits of your labors, satisfaction of a job well done, and appreciation. So yeah, I feel like what you're emitting is now you're attracting. It's a higher level. So it is Mr. Right and Mrs. Right that are coming towards you because you're experiencing such good things, and you know what makes your body align correctly, that when the wrong energy approaches it or takes that away, bam, you recognize it like that, and you're like, oh, this person is not for me because of, this feels tight, this feels restricted, whatever. This feels loose and free and just all about celebrations and having a good time. And also, you're proud of this person to take them to these events. Like, they put on a very good, respectful behaviors, and they have excellent manners, and they're a good fit with your friends and family, which is nice. So we'll do 2 of them. I love these. Oh, and this is some of the stuff they're into. And some reminders. Yeah, these are the Sexual Healing Tarot, and I love these for just like little tips. Look at that. Very nice. So death, that's so cool when you get the death card. That means you're not settling anymore for you're not settling for the garbage, and you're letting go of all things that, just that make you feel drained. Like sometimes with passion comes arguments and that fire and all that stuff, but it's not in your wheelhouse anymore. What you want is calm integration of 2 different souls coming together to do the right thing, behave right, right thinking, solid. You're not gonna look at her face. You're like, oh yeah, just those things that where you can harness the passion, love, desire, all those things, and it's for long-standing togetherness. So that ties in really nice with your cards, and it balances them out. Also, so 2 is about nearness, the magic of sliced bread, sharing every bite of food to unite with another person without losing yourself. So yeah, it's all about, the sensuality of food and sharing it together, and you'll be at celebrations, and it's just a joyful, sensuous experience, and it's whoever you're with and that's making you feel this way and you want to do these things for you, they are a very good page in your book. They you guys align very nicely. And I love when the death card comes in, because you're just completely not going to abandon your values and everything for the sake of hot sex or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, because some people lose their minds, like, oh my God, their body, their face, whatever is so nice, I'll forgive this flaw and that flaw, like whatever. And you're like, no, you're listening to your instinct, you're refraining from stuff. And a lot of times in this deck, it actually means refraining and having a temporary abstention from sex too, so there is more concentration on the soul, intellectual level of it too. So sometimes they take a break from that because you have mutual interests outside of that, which is very important. So if you chose that, that is super fantastic. It's very well rounded. Yeah, it's not all about just physical, because that can burn off fast, as everybody knows. That is very cool. It's reliable, it's long term, and it's reliable. So that is magnificent if you chose that. So I hope that resonated with you. And if it did, don't forget to like and leave me a comment if there's something else that you know that's sort of in your I always think, this is so funny, I get these weird thoughts. I always think that people mistrust their own cues, you know what I mean? And you get them right away. You'll see something, you're like, did they just say that or do that? And I mean, lots of times it's just so cute or blissful or whatever, and it's charming, and you're like, reinforce that. Remind yourself that they're that kind of person, because it raises your vibration. That is pretty much the whole thing with the twin flames too. When they meet and unite, it is, you're always at your best. You're at your highest vibration. So you think in terms of what I call HAIL, H-A-I-L. The words you choose are H, they're honorable, A, they're, it's so funny. It's like, I have so many thoughts in my head right now. I'm trying to get them all together. Okay, so yeah, A, authenticity, I, integrity, and L, love. So when you're vibrating like that, the things you say and do are perfect. They just come out naturally. You're not forcing anything, and you're balanced. So that is fantastic. If you chose that, yes, it's a go. And I feel like the person you're with, you guys are in sync. Nice. So let's see what these two are up to. I'm sure. I'm going to get that over there. Oh, wow. Karma. Nice. Oh, look at that. I want to bring that closer, because I love the way these are done on the Witch's card, because you just see the three of them in there at the eclipse, and it's like, ta-da! That's amazing. Oh, an 8 of Pentacles. So, you know, I actually have, this has come up. I'm going to pull this because this is a major arcana in the Witch's deck. I get this rarely, and it's I want to get the exact meaning that they say in this, because I feel like we all know what karma is, but a lot of times this reflects differently depending on the card it was chosen. So yeah, I mean, karma, everybody knows what that's in terms of. That's just everybody getting sort of their just desserts. What you put out, you get back 100%. And lots of times it's weird, it's delayed, and it can be instantaneous, you know what I mean? You say something and it was meant to cut someone or hurt them, and then you can instantly just feel drained or a little sick or unwell, because you're like, wow, yeah, okay, I found it, because I want to give the exact thing, because the keywords to this are making a positive change for your future and your reality, a renewal, deeper spiritual and magical awareness, karma and destiny, reflection on past events, results of your past actions. And I really like this for karma. Oh my God, it's so funny. I just had a Daily Mail thing pop up, and it said, because my name is Melanie, I thought I was in the news, but it was Melania Trump. She's like, it's not me. And I was like, what's happening? Because people send me all these things all the time. I'm like, what? It just, karma. Yeah, there you go. The Trumps, a little bit of karma there. So yeah, it's positive transformation. So I feel like the person that's on their way or you're with, it's showing us cycles of change. So if it's someone new, we have to respect that everything happens for a reason. So we're looking looking for all those little clues. And I tell everybody this too, when they're in relationships. How do you feel physically when you're with this person? Do you feel like you're holding your breath? Do you get all those little, those little jolts of lightning and flips? Like, they're almost like somersaults in your stomach, things like that, that really are indicators that you're excited. You just get so excited. You think about them all the time. It's so ridiculous. And karma, I believe you are getting the type of person sent to you that you're deserving of right now and that you're going to learn from. And we all have learned from past people, right? Like decades and decades ago was involved in someone who was just such a peaceful soul in the way they moved, and they thought it was such a relaxed focus. And he was also a physicist, so he was extremely bright, and I thought it was weird. We were totally yin and yang because I was super social and could talk to anybody about anything, and he was just something like a genius stuck in his head and was almost socially awkward to the point where it was painful. But I was so drawn to that in my younger years too. I still like odd ducks and people that are like, you can tell they feel awkward and crazy, but you still speak the same language, like that. And yeah, you're fascinated by their own little world that they live in because it's such a different spectrum. So when this is matched up, with the Eight of Pentacles that you have over there, it tells you that it's time for practical knowledge. You need determination and skills and some hands-on training, whatever in your career, magical arts, whatever. You need to immerse yourself in creative projects. So the keywords for this, now this is also for studying your new amore or the relationship itself too. Attention to detail, study of practice, works in progress. It is nearing a successful completion. So I feel like you're going to listen to what your body is telling you about this person, and karmically, I believe they were sent to you to teach you things. So pay attention to that. And another thing, and I always say this right after when I'm reading these cards, I'll tell you right after that. But it's one of the main things is about just focusing on them. People need undivided attention, or they feel neglected. I'm so guilty of that too. I always have devices going and bells going off, and I pick it up. And then I realize I haven't heard a word my spouse is saying, or my child or whatever, when I'm trying to do the monkey mind thing and do several things at once, and my attention's all frazzled. So give them that one-on-one attention. That's what turns them into Mr. Right and Mrs. Right too. So it's just love and companionship and focus on these people. You know what I mean? You're letting them into your life for a reason. Now you have to, pretend they're in your greenhouse and you're trying to help them grow and to expand. What do these guys got going on? Okay, we got the Knave of Wands, and oh my gosh, you got the World. Okay, so that's the karmic thing. I think you're given this person, and they provide you with so many aspects of joy. Yeah, when I see that, that was so clear in my head. They're providing you with so many aspects of joy because you're deserving of that now. I feel like quite a few of you that have chosen this, you've undergone some kind of, trial by fire, whether it was an illness, just you're an overworked, you've been overworked, and you need caring, you need looking after, you need someone to buoy you, and this person is your cheerleader, and this person is your helpmate. They are just there, and you are. I mean, the great thing about what I picture happening here too, and how it all bears relevance on each other, is they have other hobbies, ideas, creativities, and focus. So you're not smothered by them. I feel like they never embarrass you. I feel like it's a very put together and smart person, also with good sense of humor, which everybody needs, because oh my gosh, life can just be too much, right? It has to be. What's the number on that? The Knave. Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to get the exact meaning of the Knave too, because I haven't seen that. Yeah, but with the World, oh wow, topping that out. That's just amazing. Yeah. Oh, that's that one. Yeah, when you get that on top of the karma, the World and karma, it's those good things are just going to be, I just picture that huge water slide like at parks. I just feel like just abundance is just going to be coming down on you, like good naturedness, good humor, gatherings, and you're just having the best time. And it's so nice when you're with that person, you don't feel like you have to watch them with others, like, oh my God, are they going to say something utterly insane? Are they going to act like friggin' who's that, Bobby Brown, and just start doing all kinds of seeing crazy things? Because there are some people out there, you know, they're just bold attention seekers, so they can, before they think or it goes through that filter, just absurd, crazy things come out of their mouth. You don't have to deal with that. You're not going to have any embarrassment factor on that. And sometimes I do read that very clear. So the knave is about abandon and the magic of the olive branches. Eccentricities of character do not necessarily lead to unreliability. You must look beyond appearances to see the essence of the feelings. So I feel like this person, Mrs. Right and Mr. Right, have some kind of physical strange oddity. You know what I mean? I love like weird teeth. I don't know why. I like oddly crooked teeth. I like people with completely jacked up hair. Like I love Jack Nicholson because his hair looks insane half the time. Like I love really quirky little things, and I feel like the significant other has some weird quirk. You know what I mean? Like just something that's off, but it's so charming to you, and you love it. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't trade it in for perfection because it's part of them. So that's lovely. It's part of their charm. So that's your read if you chose that. That is really nice. Oh, look at that. So you got the knave. Nice. Excellent. Yep. So just keep on keeping on, because that's looking good. You know what? And when you put those people in your absolute focus and you make them be the center of your world and attention, even for a brief time, they completely flourish. So I hope that resonated with you. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm trying to build my channel, and I've got such great responses from everybody, and I'm so happy. That's how I sort of got into using these and integrating that, because I found a lot of people that were coming, they like things about love, they love things about twin flames, and I just started garnering information from all you guys. I mean, you viewers are just the best. So thank you. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next one, which are the fluorites. We'll get our little storyboard going. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. One of the reads I did yesterday, I had all, wow, look at that. Wow, all you guys picked winner chicken dinners. That's amazing. Now here's what I find so interesting. I mean, I know that Saturn is direct today, and I feel like that's a big part of it. I feel like people really are alluring in very special ways, very distinct ways that are attracting people that are good for them. You know what I mean? I think when people ask, and I said on the last thing too, they're emitting those higher vibrations by using the 4 cornerstones that I talked about in one of my live videos, which is hail. It's what comes out of your mouth. And H is for honorable, A is for authenticity, I is for integrity, and L is for love. And when you're speaking like this, and you're speaking in higher realms, and you're not putting in gossip and all those 7 sins that come out of your mouth, you know, which is complaining, all that kind of stuff, your head is clear, you're lighter, you don't get tired. We are our thoughts. If we say, oh, how much you hate this and that, or the complaining, you literally, it's like you're winded, right? Because it's all the things that you're convincing yourself you hate. And why would anyone do that? It's such a waste of time. So you're talking everything up, and it's so helpful to your psyche and your proper manifestations, so that you're attracting good things and good people to you. And that's all it is, because if we're squashing that monkey mind, which is the hopping thoughts, the unfocused, and we just are like, this is really what I want, and you're putting your complete control over your thoughts and aligning them correctly, and sort of training them to just come out good, then the words that come out of your mouth are good, then your behaviors are good, then the people that are magnetized towards you are good. So that's what's happening. You're magnetizing and you're manifesting good matches for yourself. Because the 3 of Pentacles is about hard work, employment, progress. You know, it's your success through dedication. You're creatively using your talents. And it's funny because it's saying magical apprenticeship and achievement. You are looking to the esoteric for some answers, and you're researching it, and you're implementing that into your life. So anything that spiritually guides you to a higher plane, you're doing that, and it's paying its dividends. Because we all for sure need, it's funny how we can tell others and guide them and help them. And then a lot of times when it comes to us, we have our almost ingrained reactions that pop out, you know, like, if like a housemate or your husband or wife or whatever asks you to help with a garbage or a chore, our first instinct is to complain, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, why can't you do it? That type of thing. It's like, why not instead say, okay, in a sec. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, because you responded so positively like that, they go, oh, never mind, I'll do it. Absolutely, this is true. I've been married for 25 years. And if I just give my husband like the focus he deserves when he walks in the door, or I walk in the door, and say something nice, that sets the temperature so much better and the vibration so much better, because we're treating each other well. We're happy to see each other. We're a team. You know what I mean? It's important. So when the Knight of Pentacles arrives in a reading, you know, you got to expect a test of some kind too. It's not drama filled. It's a quiet test, sort of your honor and personal beliefs. And you're also the tester of other knights. So you'll see in the significant other and this person that is in your life right now, how they respond to stuff. It sort of shows their morality. It shows their values and stuff. And they don't end up lacking. I mean, they're down to earth. They're practical people. They're hardworking. They engage in, and so to you, active observation. You know what I mean? You step back. You don't have to be drawing attention to yourself. You'd rather know what's truly going on and observe than just be the center of attention. You know, and you methodically deal with life's challenges. You know, you're like, okay, I can do this. I'm focused. All right, I'll pay this bill. I'll go to this DMV. I'll do this on this day. And then you realize there is room for everything, and there's room for romance, and there's room for sweetness and attention and all those things. So we'll get your other cards to go with that. That's really nice. I love the when you get Pentacle with Pentacle, because it is about hard work, and I feel like you guys are dedicated to each other. Whether this person is here now or they're coming soon. It's funny, I have my rose quartz bracelet that I wore. Sometimes I need to wear that because it's the love stone, and it does help my vibration, and I look at it, and it's also a physical reminder that what comes out of my mouth should be loving and kind. There's no reason for anything different to come out, and to just reprogram some of those thoughts. Because like anybody, if I feel like I have deadlines, I can get a little, you know, like short-tempered. Like, I got business, I gotta go, you know what I mean? But there's time for everything. That's why we have to just breathe and relax and let things happen naturally. Because I'm normally just a very natural, laid-back person anyway, and I'll do anything on the fly. If people are like, oh, do you want to go here? I'm like, hell yeah, let's get on this boat and go here. Let's go drive here. Let's go have lunch right now. Very spontaneous. I love surprises. I don't care. A lot of people like everything planned. Virgos like things a certain way. I don't care. Sometimes just the more offbeat too. Like, I like really offbeat people. I like people with quirky sense of humor. Like, I was talking in one of my reads before, I said, like, I love people like Betsy Johnson. I'm like, holy crap. Just a maverick and fun and crazy, and Cyndi Lauper, and they just don't care. They're not people pleasing, which lifts every last kind of weight off your shoulders of trying to guess what they want and whatever, because they tell you right away. I love them, love them, love them. They're the best. Okay, so 7 of Chalices. Very cool. This is the flight of fancy, the magic of the 4 leaves of mint. The penetrating perfume of mint is like the thought of our loved one upon us. It fuels ideals and plans of love. So this is always about, remember to just sort of your lotions and potions, and to also compliment the one you're with on them, because scent is very it's very heady, right? Like, you smell something, and I found this oil that I used to wear to work, and I'm serious, people go nuts when I wear it. They're like, who's baking cookies? What's going on? Or if I wasn't there, I gave some vials to some friends and they wore it, and everybody goes, where's Melanie? And they're like, why would you think she was here? And they're like, I smell her. Because everyone was like, you smell like baked goods. Oh my God, you're like a tasty treat. And this stuff, whatever it was like ambrosia, and it was called amber paste, and it made people go mental. I'm serious. People would stand so physically close to me that, and normally I don't care. You can practically stand on top of me. I'm not like one of those spatial arena get away from me people, but I'm like, yo, peeps, you're like right up in my grill. But yeah, like the scent is super strong. I mean, olfactory stuff for sure. So that's always nice. And then we have the Hermit. Oh, look at him. He's just sitting alone with his candle while everybody's having some hot, steamy action in the background. So let's see what it says on that. I know what the Hermit is in all the regular ones, but this particular book has lovely connotations pertaining to the exact thing. Let me see the Hermit, the Hermit, the Hermit. Look at him in his cage. Where the heck did he go? That would be funny if he wasn't even in the major arcana. Oh, here we go. So the Hermit, refusal, retention of the seed, slowing down your pace allows the magic to germinate. When the psychic force is restrained, its power is doubled. Oh, absolutely. So this is just about building passion and being resistant to instant gratification, for sure. A lot of times you'll meet someone, and if they're very physical attraction and the attraction is very hot, you think, oh my God, we should just have some hot burning sex right now and let's do this. You know what I mean? But it hasn't had time to bring the water to a boil for that high receptivity. And it's like, if you just blast through the passion stage, which should be prolonged, because it's very euphoric for a lot of people too, you know, where you just think of the first time you kiss somebody and then you just think about it for days and days and days. It really is an absolute euphoric state. So it's about resisting fast instant gratification and you know, letting things simmer and enjoying and savoring every moment. That's what love and passion's all about anyway. So I feel like, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Right that are in there, you can also set the pace for them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are I feel the leader and one is the follower, especially in relationships like that when it comes to sex and stuff. Somebody's the initiator and whatever. So just slow the pace and teach them, you know, you're so happy to be with them. You want it to last, things like that. Because, you know, it's a very ritualistic and sensual dance and you want to really be able to savor it. And just think, yeah, you only get a first time to try something with someone ever. Then that first time is gone. And I mean, oh yeah, a lot of times passion goes and rebuilds and ebbs and flows and everything. But yeah, it's like, it's a very magical experience. So it's like, yeah, just savor it. He's like, I'd rather not be sitting here with a candle, thank you. So that was your reading if you chose that. There's some of these pictures. I have the 𝔽𝕣𝕖𝕖, and that's a really explicit deck. I'm like, I can't even read this. It makes me blush, and I'm like, holy cow. So anyway, but maybe one day I'll do like an 18 plus and use those because they're so funny. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. I'm so happy with you guys and I appreciate it so much. Thank you for doing that. I mean, it really helps me hone my craft and get good ideas, and your suggestions are fantastic. And I respond right away to anybody who leaves comments or stuff. I like jump right on that because I'm so happy to hear from you guys. And people have been saying super beautiful things like, you speak my every language, and things like that. I mean, it's very touching and it's wonderful. And I appreciate that more than I can say. And also, if any of you guys need any more information or you need longer reads, my link is below if you need a private read. And keep on keeping on. All you guys, definitely, I feel like you're really emitting those strong love waves that are solid and from a good place, and you are therefore, you're creating this just magic and bliss for yourselves. So enjoy your bliss, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.